At 64, Michael J. Fox has become a symbol of both inspiration and vulnerability. For decades, fans have adored him for his humor, energy, and relatable charm. Yet, behind the public persona lies a story of struggle and resilience. While he continues to make appearances that highlight his warmth, those closest to him know life has demanded immense courage and adaptation. Supported by his wife Tracy and their children, he navigates each day with determination, often finding solace in family moments that remind him of what truly matters. Yet these private experiences also spark curiosity. What is he confronting beyond the cameras? His life story is not just about fame or illness. It is about facing unexpected change, learning to adapt, and redefining purpose. Michael's journey blends personal loss with unwavering determination, revealing how strength often emerges from the most challenging circumstances. Early life, lessons from constant change. Michael's formative years were shaped by frequent moves, thanks to his father's military career in the Royal Canadian Corps of Signals. By his early teens, he had lived in 5 different Canadian cities, constantly adjusting to new schools, neighborhoods, and social dynamics. For many children, this would have been destabilizing, but Michael turned adaptability into a survival skill. Observing others, reading social cues, and learning to fit in quickly became second nature. Humor emerged as a tool for connection and security. Jokes could break tension and open doors to friendship. These early experiences cultivated a resilience that would serve him throughout life, both on and off the stage. Even before acting entered his world, Michael was practicing emotional flexibility and social intelligence, skills that would later define his performances. What might have been chaos became a training ground for resourcefulness, empathy, and creativity. Burnaby and the end of a childhood dream. After years of moving, the family finally settled in Burnaby, British Columbia, giving Michael his first chance at stability. Like many Canadian kids, he loved hockey and envisioned a future on the ice. Yet as he matured, reality intervened. Standing at just 5 feet, 4 inches, a professional hockey career was no longer feasible. This loss was painful, not merely the end of a dream, but a challenge to his identity and self-concept. Still, the setback led him toward new avenues. Music and guitar initially captured his curiosity, but acting soon became a more powerful outlet. The skills honed from his restless childhood, timing, energy, adaptability, found expression in performance. The disappointment of hockey became a doorway to creative exploration, showing that resilience often grows from unexpected endings. By confronting loss early, Michael developed an openness to change that would define his personal and professional trajectory. Early career, the reluctant star emerges. Michael's entrance into Hollywood was far from predetermined. Small roles in films like Midnight Madness and Class of 1984 offered modest exposure, but revealed his tenacity. Persistence, confidence, and comedic timing became his calling cards as he navigated auditions and opportunities. His breakthrough arrived with Family Ties, originally designed to focus on the parental characters. Michael's portrayal of Alex P. Keaton quickly stole the spotlight. Executives questioned whether his lunchbox charm could carry a role, but audiences responded instantly to his sharp wit and fast-talking energy. The series transformed him from a supporting actor into a household name, turning personality into influence. Here, the groundwork was laid for fame that combined relatability and magnetism. While many actors rise and fade, Michael's blend of timing, intelligence, and humor created a lasting impression, setting the stage for the iconic roles that would follow. Breakthrough, Back to the Future, and The Toll of Success. The next pivotal moment arrived with Back to the Future, a film that unexpectedly became Michael's defining role. Released from family ties when the original casting did not work out, he faced grueling schedules, alternating between night shoots for the movie and day shoots for the TV series, sleep deprivation, meals on the go, and constant movement pushed his body to the limit. The reward was extraordinary: global recognition, cultural impact, and cemented stardom. Yet the physical strain foreshadowed challenges he would face later. At the height of his success, the demands of fame were more than superficial pressures. They tested endurance, focus, and health. In retrospect, this period marked the intersection of talent and vulnerability, highlighting how personal well-being can become an invisible casualty of ambition. Michael's early career was not just a story of triumph, but also a prelude to the resilience he would need in decades to come. The diagnosis: Parkinson's at 29. At just 29, Michael began noticing subtle tremors in his fingers, small signs that something was seriously wrong. Initially dismissed as stress, the symptoms gradually intensified, prompting a full medical evaluation. The diagnosis: Parkinson's disease. The news was devastating. Young, active, and at the peak of his career, he confronted an illness often associated with older adults. The moment challenged not only his physical abilities, but his vision of the future. Sharing the news with his wife Tracy was profoundly emotional. They cried together but committed to facing it as a team. Michael chose to keep the diagnosis private for 7 years, continuing to act while shielding the world from his reality. These years of secrecy were marked by inner tension, requiring a delicate balance between professional obligations and private vulnerability. His experience revealed the quiet courage necessary to maintain normalcy amid personal crisis. Early struggles: alcohol and denial. In the initial years following his diagnosis, Michael grappled with denial. Alcohol became a temporary escape, offering relief from fear and frustration, but simultaneously straining relationships and personal well-being. This coping mechanism allowed avoidance, but at a significant cost, creating distance between him and those he loved. The turning point came in 1992, in a moment of quiet confrontation with Tracy, who asked a simple, piercing question: "Is this who you want to be?" Her disappointment became a catalyst for change. Michael realized that continuing along this path would risk more than health. It threatened his identity and relationships. The next day, he committed to sobriety and began therapy, facing the emotional realities of Parkinson's head-on. This shift laid the foundation for a life of honesty and advocacy, showing that courage sometimes begins with the decision to stop running from fear. Going public, advocacy, and purpose. By 1998, the strain of secrecy had become unmanageable. Michael publicly announced his Parkinson's diagnosis, shocking fans who had no idea what he had been enduring. The revelation brought both relief and responsibility, allowing him to stop pretending and begin shaping a broader impact. Shortly after, he established the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research, driven by urgency and personal experience. The foundation rapidly became a leading force in research, uniting scientists, patients, and advocates. For Michael, this work was more than symbolic. It became purpose. Advocacy offered direction beyond acting, transforming personal struggle into a collective mission for progress. Through transparency, philanthropy, and relentless engagement, he redefined his public identity, no longer just an entertainer but a catalyst for awareness and hope, proving that even life-altering illness can be transformed into meaningful action. Living with Parkinson's. The daily struggle. Parkinson's reshaped every aspect of Michael's daily life. Precise medication timing dictates function, with periods of mobility and speech alternating with stiffness and tremor. Surgical interventions in the late 1990s brought partial relief, yet symptoms progressed. Tremors, weakness, voice changes, and cognitive strain complicated even routine tasks. Memorizing lines for acting, once effortless, became an extraordinary challenge. Michael's openness about these realities has helped the public understand the hidden labor behind his calm and humor. Living with Parkinson's demands not only physical adjustment but emotional resilience, requiring constant adaptation to shifting capabilities. His daily battle underscores the invisible difficulties faced by millions, and his transparency offers both education and inspiration, demonstrating that vulnerability does not equate to weakness and that maintaining purpose is a form of quiet heroism. Retirement, return, and creative adaptation. By 2000, acting's physical demands led Michael to step back after completing 100 episodes of Spin City. His retirement was less an ending than a strategic pivot toward writing, advocacy, and carefully chosen roles. He returned to acting selectively, appearing in Scrubs, Boston Legal, Rescue Me, and The Good Wife, often in roles tailored to his condition. These projects reflected creativity, courage, and adaptability. In 2013, he starred in The Michael J. Fox Show, a sitcom loosely based on his life. Though brief, the show symbolized honesty and courage, illustrating that success can be redefined around well-being and authenticity. Michael's choices highlight a key lesson. Meaningful contribution does not require ignoring limitations. By embracing flexibility, he continues to shape his legacy, proving that even within constraints, innovation, purpose, and artistic expression remain possible. Visibility and misunderstanding. The public eye. In 2006, Michael appeared in a political ad supporting stem cell research. For many viewers, it was the first time his Parkinson's symptoms were fully visible. While largely met with empathy, some responses were cruel, including accusations from conservative radio host Rush Limbaugh, suggesting exaggeration. In reality, Michael had taken too much medication, causing involuntary movements, not avoiding treatment. The controversy highlighted a harsh truth. Public vulnerability often invites misjudgment. Michael's response, calm explanation without anger, demonstrated remarkable composure and grace. The experience reinforced the importance of advocacy and transparency, while exposing the challenges of being a visible figure living with illness. It revealed that courage is not just facing disease, but also enduring scrutiny and misinformation, and that resilience often involves navigating misunderstanding with dignity. Conclusion: courage beyond fame. Michael J. Fox's life illustrates the profound intersection of talent, adversity, and purpose. From a childhood of constant change to global stardom, a devastating diagnosis, and decades of advocacy, he has repeatedly adapted, demonstrating grace under pressure. His story is a reminder that real courage is both visible and private, balancing public expectations with personal struggle. Through humor, honesty, and relentless determination, he has redefined what it means to live fully with illness. Today, his impact resonates not only through beloved films and television roles, but also through the lives he has touched with advocacy, transparency, and hope, Michael's journey confirms that challenges, no matter how daunting, can be transformed into opportunity, and that resilience, love, and purpose can guide a life well lived, even when the path is unexpected.